Would you like to know how to get a string bikini body fast? Have you ever wanted to change your life but didn't know where to start? Maybe you've tried diet after diet, workout after workout, but nothing really worked. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Today, we're going to be talking about a powerful new way people are losing weight quickly, safely, and for good. It's something that's changing lives all over the country. And believe it or not, it's also opening up a new path for business owners and investors. But first, let me tell you a story. There's a young woman named Jasmine. She lives in McAllen, Texas. She's 28 years old, smart, single, funny, and full of life. But ever since she was a little girl, she struggled with her weight. In school, kids sometimes teased her. At family gatherings, she felt uncomfortable when people made comments about what she ate and how much she ate. No matter what she tried, counting calories, running every day, skipping meals, it just didn't work for long. The weight always came back. Like a yo yo, her weight went up, then down, but up mostly. Jasmine had one big dream: to go on vacation to the Bahamas and wear a string bikini on the beach. That was her goal, not for anyone else, but for herself. She wanted to feel confident. She wanted to walk along the sand without feeling ashamed of her body. She didn't want to hide behind baggy sweats or loose fitting clothes anymore. One day, Jasmine heard about something called GLP-1 medication. It was being talked about on TV, on TikTok, even at her job. At first, she didn't believe it. Another weight loss trick, she thought. But the more she looked into it, the more it made sense. GLP-1 isn't a fad. It's a medication that's been approved by the FDA. Doctors use it to help people with serious weight problems lose fat, control hunger, and actually keep the weight off. She even watched a video with Oprah Winfrey talking about how she had lost weight with GLP-1s. She was convinced. She made an appointment at a local clinic. The doctor explained how GLP-1 works. It tells your brain that you're full. It slows down how fast your stomach empties. It lowers your blood sugar too. And the best part, you don't feel like you're starving all the time. You eat less without even trying. Jasmine thought to herself, I can do this. Jasmine started her journey at first. The weight came off slowly, maybe a pound or two a week. But by month 3, she could see the difference in her face, her arms, her waist. By month 6, she had dropped over 40 pounds. Clothes that used to be too tight were now too big. She was smiling more, sleeping better. Her confidence came back. She wasn't hungry all the time anymore. She wasn't obsessing over food or dreading the scale. Her relationship with her body and her health began to change. For the first time in her life, she wasn't chasing weight loss. It was just happening naturally. A year later, Jasmine stood on that beach in the Bahamas. She was wearing that string bikini, the one she had dreamed about for years. And you know what? She didn't care what anyone thought, because for the first time in her life, she felt good in her own skin. She felt proud. Stories like Jasmine's are happening every day across America. And that's why GLP-1 weight loss clinics are becoming such a big deal. They're not just places to get a shot or a pill. They're places of transformation. And that's where the business opportunity comes in. Right now, more people than ever are looking for real solutions to weight loss. The old ways just don't work. People are tired of feeling hopeless. They want something that actually helps. And GLP-1 does just that. But here's the thing. Not every town has a clinic. That means there's a huge demand and not enough places to go. That's where you come in. Whether you're an investor, an entrepreneur, or just someone looking to do something meaningful, opening a GLP-1 weight loss clinic could be the opportunity you've been waiting for. Now, these are brick and mortar businesses, meaning they're real locations that people can visit, but they're not franchises. You don't have to follow someone else's rules or pay franchise fees. You're the boss. You keep all the profit, and you can set up shop in your own hometown. Think about it. You could open a clinic in your city, help people in your community lose weight, and build a business that makes a real difference. So, how does it work? Most clinics are small. You don't need fancy equipment or giant waiting rooms. In fact, you can run one out of a simple office space. Patients come in, they meet with a licensed medical provider either in person or over video and get started on their custom weight loss plan. The medication is shipped to your office or directly to them from a licensed pharmacy. You don't have to store it or deal with inventory unless you want to, but most of our local operators want their patients to come in and pick up their medications in the office so they can get a free body scan, which tells them not just how much weight they're losing, but where they're losing it from on their body. Patients love this personal attention. The provider checks in with them, answers questions, and helps track their progress. Over time, your patients lose weight, feel better, and start telling their friends. And before you know it, your clinic becomes the go-to spot in town. Now let's talk about the numbers. GLP-1 medications aren't cheap, but people are willing to pay because they work. Clinics typically charge patients between $299 and $499 a month, depending on the plan. And remember, many of your patients will stay with you for months, sometimes even years. That means you can build a steady, dependable income while changing lives. If you had just 100 patients paying $500 per month, that's $50,000 in monthly revenue. That's $600,000 a year, and some clinics serve even more people than that. Some owners grow their clinics to multiple locations or even expand into new cities. But the real reward isn't just the money, it's what you're building. Every time someone walks out of your clinic with their head held high, every time a patient posts a photo in their new clothes, or finally wears that string bikini on vacation, you'll know you helped make that happen. You're not selling a product, you're offering hope. Now, some people might be wondering, do I have to be a doctor to own a clinic like this? The answer is no. You don't have to be a doctor, but you will need to work with licensed providers like nurse practitioners or doctors who can legally prescribe the medication and manage the patient care. It's just like any other medical office where the business owner hires the professionals. You'll also need access to the right pharmacy. The best GLP-1 medications aren't something you can pick up at your local drugstore. They need to come from FDA-approved compounding pharmacies. That's where support comes in. There are organizations and partners out there who can help connect you with the right providers, set up your systems, and guide you through the entire process. You don't have to figure it all out alone. You just need to be willing to learn, take action, and build something that lasts. And let's not forget one last thing. This is a trend that's not going away. Weight loss is always going to matter, and GLP-1s have changed the game. They're not magic pills, but they come pretty darn close. They help real people drop real pounds, and when done the right way, with professional support and healthy habits, they can lead to permanent change. More and more people are learning about it. They're searching for answers online. They're tired of hiding in big sweaters and sitting out of family photos. They want to feel strong. They want to feel beautiful. They want to feel like Jasmine did, standing on that beach in the Bahamas, finally, proud to wear that string bikini. They want to be able to look in the mirror and smile, to walk into a store and actually enjoy shopping for clothes, to say yes to events they used to avoid, to dance at weddings, to run around with their kids, to live life without fear of judgment. And you could be the one that helped them get there. So if you've been looking for a business that makes money and makes a difference, this might be it. A simple office, a team of caring providers, and a mission that truly changes lives. That's the power of GLP-1 clinics. If this story touched you or made you think, then you already understand how big this really is. You're not just starting a business, you're helping people become who they've always wanted to be. And sometimes that's all it takes. Thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. From my lips to your ears, I love you. I'll see you next time.